day, every single day, almost every single day, I get DMs from you asking, Koti, what is the best scene? Koti, what would imply my desire is fulfilled? So, hear me out. Let's break it down. And manifestation coach, I'm sorry or not, is not a person who just is just a big storage of perfect scenes, and you can just DM them and they know and they will tell you, imagine that and that will work. Unfortunately, no, it's not how it works. Why? So, what implies your desire is fulfilled? What does it mean? Your desire. Let me tell it one more time. Your desire is what you want. And there is maybe not even two people who want exactly the same thing in life. When it comes to 3D manifestations, it may look like I want a relationship, you want a relationship, the other people watching this live want a relationship, and money, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So, we all want the same 3D manifestation, but in the same time, it doesn't mean that our desires are the same. So, let me ask you that question. What does it mean for you to be in a perfect relationship? There are so many people, I know, so many couples, myself, who are so happy together, but their relationships are still different. They are theirs. This thing, if should you be going together for a vacation or not, what you should be doing, how you should be doing, what you should be talking, it changes. It depends on a person. It depends on people. So, if I'm manifesting someone and you're manifesting someone, we are not manifesting the same person. It may seem like that, but it's not. And even if the situation is there is you and someone else applying for the same job position, you still have different reasons for why. Someone wants it because of the money. Someone wants it, because that job is close to where I live. Something else. The reasons why the desire is different. And the scene, what is a scene? A scene is your imaginal act, not necessarily a visual one. Something that you are giving yourself inside of you, in your imagination, the best, maybe not best, but probably the easiest, in SATS. What is SATS? SATS is nothing else than when you are sitting, comfortably, or lying down, closing your eyes, letting your body to relax, not thinking about anything super particular, right? Nothing at all. You're just letting it all go and letting it all flow. Yeah, so you're really relaxed, and then you are imagining it. Why? Because this way you are off that 3D reality, kind of, right? because you are not doing anything, you are not watching anything, you are not hearing anything, you are not engaged in your current 3D reality. It is so easy to fully 100% go into what you want to experience, into your scene. What else is a scene, right? I already said it's like imaginary act. It's not something, this is epic, okay? This is super important. Your scene is not something that you are trying to manifest. Your scene is there to imply, to convince you that what you want is already done. So, for example, okay, let's make an example like that. Okay, I'm in Europe. There's like autumn or fall, how you want to call it, outside. And I can like tell you it right now, and you know what I'm talking about, or you probably notice it already, like watching my stories, because sometimes I post like pictures from my window, and you can see colorful leaves there, and it tells you, not in a direct way, but like colorful leaves implies there's an autumn going on, because they belong only to that one season. And very often people don't have to tell you, right, that they are married or not. You will see the wedding ring. It implies they are married. And so many other things. That is what implies, what tells you the story indirectly, not in the like here, right? But that's so you know. That is what implies. And your scene should the same way imply for you that your wish is fulfilled. Because the most common mistake I see you doing is imagining your desire. Just like earlier today, I posted like personal story of how I was trying to revise losing a baby. And what I was doing at first, I was trying to just imagine like the baby being alive and here with me. And every time after a session like that, and I opened my eyes, it was hurting so much, because it was just telling me that that I'm delusional, that it's not true. So instead of feeling better and actually, revising, going for freedom, I was spiraling more and more into the hurt, into the guilt, and like all of that stuff that I didn't want it. And if you are in this situation that you want to manifest something, okay, and you are doing like any technique to get it, but every time as you are doing those techniques, you are feeling just worse and worse and worse, it's not the way. And if you're like, okay, I was like, I'm like pushing through, I keep imagining, it hurts, why the opposite is happening to me, it's because you're actually imagining the opposite. Like how? Because what manifests is not the scene itself, it's not the technique, it's the feeling. And the feeling is, that is true, that is my reality. So if you're imagining a scene that is telling you that you have a great relationship, that's what you're manifesting. If you're imagining a scene in which you have a great relationship and then you open your eyes and you see no one with you, and you are like, oh my God, why would it ever happen? You are manifesting something opposite to what you want. Why? Because you are just like fired up. Your doubts and your lack with imagining that something. And that's why it's said to imagine a scene that implies your desire is fulfilled, not the desire itself. Because when we imagine the desire itself, yeah, that's like usually how it happens. So like you see it there, you touch it, you taste it, like it's there, and then you open your eyes, it's like after the session, and instead you being moved, you feeling, being, functioning, manifesting from a new reality, new state, you just feel, oh my God, no, I really don't have it, like will it be ever like real for me? Don't do it. So then, finally, what scene implies your desire is fulfilled? It depends on three things. Number one, what is actually your desire? Okay, so yeah, you want a relationship, you want a business, you want you want to go for a vacation, or you want a new fridge. What does it mean? Why you want it, and what for you want it? If you are not the first time being here, you know my those two questions. And just a reminder, they are here not for you to justify that you are a good enough person to receive your desire. No, that's not about it. It's about realizing what's the specific of your desire, why you really want it, what's there, like what's so tempting, right? What you will be doing with it. If you want a partner, right? What for? I mean, do you want to live with that person? Do you want to work with that person? Do you want to travel with that person? Or like maybe not really, maybe you want to just like meet someone from time to time. What's important for you in a relationship? Okay? And the same thing goes to anything that you are manifesting. So the first thing, what you want. The second thing is, what is your dominant sense? In your imagination, which sense of yours is the easiest to access? Because, like, talking about another mistake is when you just like struggle to see things clearly in your imagination, but you still want to visualize, and it always feels fake in your imagination, and like, oh my God, and there's a struggle. Like, then don't do it, because if you have problems, issues, it's not a problem, it's just like how you are. If you don't see things clearly in your imagination, then for sure there is like another sense that is very active, that feels very real for you when you are imagining. Maybe that's like hearing sounds, maybe that's touch, maybe that's smell. you can build your scenes. You can have your imaginary acts, right? Based on any scene. You don't necessarily have to see stuff. Like my personal thing is I can't hear in imagination. I mean, I can, right? But it always sounds so fake. I never believe it. Like people never sound like they are actually talking to me. Oh my God. So what then? Then I'm not doing it. I'm not imagining any scenes where there's any sound involved. No, because that feels fake. Simple as that. Okay? And the last one. The last one is how you sort reality. So, what do I mean? You and a group of friends, or just one friend, you are doing something, going somewhere, and then talking about that event. Like the past, about a few months later, a few years later, and you are comparing what you remember from this event. I know you had an experience like that when there was oh, you notice that you remember something different than the other person. Maybe you remember exactly what was happening, hour by hour. You remember the weather and you remember the people, and the other person remembers the food there and and how stinky the toilet was, anything like that, right? That is important. Here is your uniqueness. What naturally draws your attention of your, you can say, subconscious. What it's naturally already focused on. Those three things to actually consist on your natural, unique manifesting style. That's this thing that we break it down really in a lot of details in second module of Powerful as Fuck program, because that's the base, knowing, okay, how to imagine and what to imagine. So you can really just imagine one scene for one desire and be done with it, and feel that, oh yeah, it's done. I shifted. I changed, my reality changed. Now I know what will manifest for me. That's the most important. Because yes, you can manifest with any technique. You can do scripting and 5x5 whatever, and I'm often asked about so many techniques, I don't even know what that is. Okay, but you can manifest with any ritual. You can make up any ritual and use it for manifesting. And I also know that if you are new to this, it's probably very tempting. Okay, but the longer you're in this game, the less time you want to just spend and waste on doing something. And if you what I love is just when I notice a desire, I love being able to just easily assume it and feel that, oh yeah, I don't have to care about it, think about it, do anything about it. That will manifest for me. That's where I'm at. If you are on the same page, you're my person. I really love you, okay? If you are not, but want to be, my signature Powerful as Fuck is for you. Okay? So three things that what will imply your desire depends on. Let me repeat that. First, what do you actually want? Why you want it? What for you want it? So living with your desire, right? Using it. Whatever you are manifesting, you want to be using it every day. If you are manifesting a house, you want to live there, right? If you are manifesting a person, you want the connection, you want the interactions. How do you want that to look like? So that's the first thing. The second thing, using your most dominant sense, or one of them, because you have a few, all right? And the third thing, knowing how you sort information, where your subconscious is already naturally focused, and going for that and constructing your scenes on those elements. That's the key to success. That's the key to success. If you want the guidance,